Yo, mic test. Here, there we go. I think we're active now. Nice and active. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. I'm just chilling right now, you know what I'm saying? Sipping my drink. Yeah, so you guys are just witnessing me just, play with stuff. Pause. Huge pause. Get it out the way. It's all about what there we go. You see that? It's nice and clear now. You always want to have a clear area, around your desk area when you're recording or doing a podcast or anything of that nature. Okay, let's see what we got here. Not feeling this background, so let's mess with it. See what we can do, where we can put ourselves. Where do we want to be today? We doing things like this, you never get a lot of views. It's not about the views, it's more about making sure that that you can bring in the necessary product, so to speak, to the table. This looks cool. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, I have many choices, so we don't want to be there. We want to be. Where is it? That's so beautiful. Yeah, I likes that. I don't like that. It's okay. It's all trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, ignore that beeping noise, you know what I'm saying? Gotta change my battery tomorrow, which I am. So just bear with me. Bear with the beeps. Interesting. Yo, yo. This is alright. Got the little desert vibe going on. I don't like to jump. Yeah, that jump is a dead giveaway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up, man? I'm in the middle of the city, you know what I'm saying? Wow, it looks so cool out here. It's amazing. Amazing. Let's see if we can find any news on the diddlers, shall we? Like I say, this is trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if no one watches. Doesn't matter if, I get 1,000,000 views or one. The point is reaching someone, reaching the hearts of others. Let's see if we can find here on the YouTube. So yeah, this is how it goes, man. You want to be a vlogger, podcaster, and do all these great things. You have to practice and fail, fail to win, win. Yep, we got her loading up. Just gonna watch a video on the diddler. I guess if you're watching with me, you'll be part of it. Let's see. I've been out the loop on the diddler, so okay. Guess we could check this one out. 6 hours ago. Let's see.
Sean Diddy Combs' defense lawyers want everyone to be quiet, and they're now asking the court to step in. We're going to break down the rapper and media mogul's attempt to silence lawyers, alleged accusers, and potential witnesses as the lawsuits pile up in the wake of his arrest and indictment. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey guys, so this is a law and crime legal alert. So a mother was recently awarded millions of dollars in a lawsuit against baby formula manufacturers after her premature baby was diagnosed with necrotizing enterocolitis, or NEC, after receiving bovine-based formula. The lawsuits allege that Enfamil and Similac premature formulas are linked to NEC, but manufacturers, they failed to warn the public of the risks and instead targeted them with false advertising. So if your premature baby was diagnosed with NEC after they were fed Enfamil or Similac, you may qualify for compensation. And one of our legal sponsors is partnering with Wagstaff Law Firm. This is a national firm renowned for their expertise to ensure that eligible claims are thoroughly presented. Visit babyformuladamages.com/sidebar to answer less than 10 questions and check your eligibility to file a claim. Well, there's a new legal development in the Sean Combs criminal case we want to talk to you about. Now, his attorneys want to ensure that everybody quiets down. Yeah, they don't like what they're seeing. They have written a letter to the new judge overseeing this case, Judge Arun Subramanian, and they are asking for a gag order to be imposed. And we're going to break down this letter written by Combs' defense counsel. This is led by attorney Mark Agnifilo. But remember what is happening as we talk right now. Combs not only faces federal criminal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, allegations that Combs controlled and directed a criminal enterprise for years that was engaged in a variety of crimes, but especially characterized by the abuse and sex trafficking of women. But at the same time, as all that is going on, Combs is being hit with lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Particularly, Texas attorney Tony Busby announced at a press conference several weeks ago that he would be filing lawsuits on behalf of 120 alleged victims of Sean Combs. And he wasn't lying. Starting last week, now this week, he has done just that. Filed 6 lawsuits last week, 5 this week. People who claim that they were drugged and sexually assaulted by Combs and other unnamed celebrities. Some of these victims claim they were minors when they were abused. We just did a whole sidebar yesterday breaking down the claims of an Alabama woman who says that she was 13 when Combs allegedly raped her in 2000. So it's not great for Sean Combs, both professionally or legally, that all of this is happening outside of the criminal case. And that's the key. Combs' lawyers are now saying all of the public commentary regarding these lawsuits, regarding the criminal case, it needs to stop. And so now we're going to go into this letter to Judge Subramanian. So the letter starts, quote, "We write on behalf of our client Sean Combs, pursuant to Local Rule 23.1 and the 5th and 6th Amendments, to request an order prohibiting further extrajudicial statements from prospective witnesses and their lawyers that substantially interfere with Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial." Now, the 6th Amendment concerns rights about ensuring a defendant gets a fair trial. The Fifth Amendment, among other things, ensures a person isn't deprived of life, liberty, or process without due process. And Local Rule 23.1 of the Southern District of New York, where, by the way, this case is being prosecuted, governs what a lawyer who is participating or associated with a criminal case, including prosecutors, lawyers for targets, lawyers for subjects, lawyers for witnesses, what they can and cannot say out of court about the case. Well, Combs' attorneys are saying that Combs, like every other defendant, has a right to a fair trial that's not unduly influenced by prejudicial statements that are made to the media. The main concern, generally speaking, is you do not want to poison a potential jury pool in a case. And with all of these comments that are amplified across the media, amplified across social media networks, that can be a problem. A defendant is entitled to an impartial jury. For Combs, these comments.
That is wild work. You got to have loan money to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to say, hey, shut the fuck up. Don't speak about shit publicly about my name, or I'll fucking sue. Even if I can't use that word, but you protect your booty. That's all I can say about that.
Could prejudice that. I mean, you have a potential trial date not too far away, May 2025, and pretrial publicity is a major concern, and it's a major concern in a very high-profile case where potential jurors are seeing all of this, and it's influencing their opinions. That's why you need sometimes the courts to step in to impose a gag order, and that is what Sean Combs' defense team seems to be asking for here. That's what they're essentially asking for. And by the way, they say this is their last resort. There are no other remedies to curb this danger, this risk. So Combs' attorneys write, as the court is aware, Mr. Combs has been the target of an unending stream of allegations by prospective witnesses and their counsel in the press. These prospective witnesses and their lawyers have made numerous inflammatory extrajudicial statements aimed at assassinating Mr. Combs' character in the press. That's the key, in the press. Not necessarily the legal documents, but in the press. Now, Combs' attorneys provide examples throughout this letter of their arguments. So, by way of example here, they cite a Billboard article from May where accusers call Combs sick and a monster with no soul. They also cite an article from Complex where a lawyer for accuser Cassandra Ventura had called Combs' apology for allegedly beating Ventura in a hotel hallway back in 2016, an incident that was documented on surveillance footage that was published by CNN just a few months ago. This lawyer apparently called Combs' apology on Instagram disingenuous and a form of, quote, pathetic desperation. And this part's important too. Combs' attorneys in this letter, they highlight how the process.
Yo, no cap, right? Their apology was bullshit, right? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. That was one of those, oh shit, something about to go down, and I don't know when it's gonna go down, so I'm gonna try to do what I can to make myself look good. Or like I give a shit or have a soul. But the thing is, when you don't have a soul, you can't pretend. It's gone. A soul is what makes you who you are. The way you respond, the way you act to a stimuli has everything to do with spirits and the way you are personally. You know what I'm saying? So the broken, ridiculous apology when he's like, I'm sorry. I'm going to play that after this because I think that's important, right? You need to see the pain on this man's eyes, right? The pain while he's on fucking vacation. Bro, let me continue.
Prosecution hasn't identified any of its victims or witnesses. That's true. In no filing, including the indictment, has the government ever revealed the names of any of these people, which, by the way, is standard in a federal case. They may not even reveal these identities until closer to the trial. But Mark Agnifilo and Sean Combs' defense counsel say, since the government hasn't ID'd any of these people, quote, Mr. Combs has no choice but to assume that each accuser, no matter how frivolous or outlandish their allegations, is a prospective witness. And look, that's true. We don't know who's cooperating with the government. So Combs' defense attorney saying, look, we have to treat everyone as a potential witness. We have to regulate all of this commentary in the public. In other words, we have to assume everyone may be connected to this criminal case, and their statements to the press, to the media, to the public.
I had to pause this, bro. This post right here is all the evidence that I need to know that my guy, P. Diddy Combs, is a butt bandit. He's a butt bandit. He's a salad tosser. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see by this photo, the freeze frame, let's pay attention. The gentle resting of the wrist on the ground, the bend of the arch in his back. Sir, stand the fuck up and hold your fucking award. You look silly. Moving on.
To the press, to the media, to the public, they have to be regulated. It could adversely affect Sean Combs' rights in his criminal case. Now, Combs' defense attorneys say there's another issue. Witnesses' lawyers have also vouched for the credibility and character of their clients and opined on the potential evidence. And Combs' attorney cites several examples here. They say there are articles in Rolling Stone and KHOU about Tony Busby where he publicly claimed that 25 of his clients say they were minors when they were sexually abused by Sean Combs. And Combs' lawyers, by the way, they call these allegations, quote, shockingly prejudicial and false, but they say that's a problem, him making public statements about that. Or how about attorney Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, who represents a Sean Combs accuser? She went on News Nation and she claimed that Combs threatened her client with a knife. Or how about attorney Gloria Allred, who represents several of...
You know what? You know who P. Diddy reminds me of? He reminds me of a butt-banded Frank White or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a Frank White butt bandit in the music industry taking everybody's butt. Like, and he will slap you up for your butt. He will forcefully take your butt. Look, I'm not making light of the situation. I'm just saying that is what the facts are, right? You see all these victims. You see these lawyers. You see what they're talking about, saying he, choked people, slapped them, blew up cars, drug his woman by the feet. My man has a missing soul. He took something from himself to gain something is what I think. And now all that shit is just pimp slapping him in the face every day now. No running from it. Sad.
The accuser, she told ABC that when it comes to Sean Combs here, it's all about power and the abuse of power. They say this has an effect, or this could have an effect. And Sean Combs' lawyers also claim that there are those who, quote, peddle in outlandish conspiracy theories too. And an example they cite is a Daily Beast article from just a few days ago that reported on the claim that baby oil supplied by Combs was spiked with date rape drugs. We actually did a sidebar on that claim because remember, there was 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricant that was recovered during the course of these raids on Sean Combs.
Oh no, this man's, you a wild boy. You're a wild boy, P. Diddy. This is like, so now he got a little bit of Frank White in him as the butt bandit Frank White. So he's slinging butt, right? And then he got, what's the dude, the Jonestown dude that make people drink the Kool-Aid? Now you making people drink the Kool-Aid like the Jonestown fella. I don't even remember his name. If anybody know his name, chat, please put it in the the chat box below. But whoever that guy was, he is mixed in with P. Diddy as well as Frank White. So you got a butt bandit, drug dealing, Kool-Aid spiking, but in his case, baby oil spiking. Like, you know, I don't call people monsters, and I would hate to kick the man while he's down, right? But my guy, this is like nuclear level. Like, you are the bandit of all butts. And it's sad.
Properties, theory has come forward, an allegation has come forward during the course of these lawsuits that were they spiked with drugs? Interesting. Well, again, we did a sidebar on that. Now, Combs' lawyers say all of this is problematic. This is all prejudicial, and this all needs to stop. In fact, Mark Agnifilo and Sean Combs' defense counsel say that these lawyers are doing the government's work for them because they're commenting on and vouching for the strength of the government's case and their evidence. And they cite comments from accusers' lawyers like the clock is ticking and the evidence is very clear and it was only a matter of time. These public comments. Now, Combs' defense counsel says there's another issue, that these lawyers who are representing accusers in civil suits, they've essentially admitted that they're talking to the government about their clients acting as potential witnesses in the criminal case. For example, this letter says that there's a lawyer who came out that said that he's going to be at the Assistant United States Attorney's Office for a 10th time, and that his client, quote, supplied key evidence to the Assistant U.S. Attorneys for the Southern District of New York. Or how about this? You have another accuser's lawyer who's suggesting that her client was not the first, the second, the seventh, or the ninth person meeting with the government. Or how about this? Another lawyer claiming that his clients have already spoken to the government and that they would be made available to the government. Again, the issue is with these people making extrajudicial statements, out-of-court statements like that. That's what the issue is. And when you think about it, by the way, if you're a prosecutor, would you oppose this? You would want to make sure that your case is not damaged in any way, that it's not contaminated in any way. They may sign on to this, but we'll see. Now, this is what Combs' counsel is asking for. They are saying, quote, this court should exercise its discretion in issuing an order requiring all potential witnesses and their counsel to refrain from making extrajudicial statements that have a substantial likelihood to interfere with Mr. Combs' trial or otherwise prejudice the due administration of justice. We further request that the court direct these potential witnesses and their counsel to remove all online postings under their control that would offend the local rule. And maybe I was a little premature saying the government would sign on to this letter because towards the end of the letter, Sean Combs' defense counsel kind of puts the government on notice or the government on blast in a way. They say, quote, in addition, to the extent the government has directed or authorized such extrajudicial statements contrary to its own obligations to ensure a fair trial, we request that the court direct the government to disclose such communications. That is quite the accusation. If you call it an accusation, but it seems like an accusation. Then again, I'm not surprised because in prior filings, Combs' attorneys have accused the Department of Homeland Security of leaking the 2016 Cassandra Ventura hallway video to the media. Now, I will say it's also interesting because there is another jab at the government in this letter. They are basically accusing the government, if they're not complicit in these statements being released, they're saying the government...
Yo, accusing and being mad at the government, right, for releasing you beating a female in the middle of a hotel hallway and dragging her into a room where you probably continue to beat her and do God knows what to her, right? And you get mad and you want to use that to fight for your life in court. You got to be one of the dumbest mofos on the planet. Your lawyer can't be smart. He got to be working against you, right? He's not working for you. He's working against you, my brother. You're going under the jail, bruh. You can't do anything to the government, bruh. They're going to flip it somehow and use it against you. Stop trying to fight it, bro. Be sorry. Seek God to get your soul back and continue to make music, bro. And hope that everybody still rock with you, which they probably not. But, hope's there.
Not really doing much to fix things. Combs' counsel writes how there were allegations made against Sean Combs that he participated in a violent sexual assault in March 2018 in Orinda, California, but they write, quote, although the government is in possession of documentary evidence demonstrating that Mr. Combs was not present anywhere near Orinda on the date in question, the government has done nothing to quell the proliferation of these inflammatory false reports, nor has it even responded to Mr. Combs' request that the government direct its witnesses to refrain from making inflammatory statements to the press. Not clear exactly what evidence that would be to show Sean Combs wasn't there. Could be, cell phone records, text messages, geolocation data, travel receipts, who knows. But interesting nonetheless. And Combs' attorneys, they close out this letter by explaining to the court that time is of the essence. Quote, this request is time sensitive. Each day that passes brings a fresh wave of publicity, often at the direction of accusers and their counsel, further prejudicing Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial. Therefore, we respectfully request that any response be filed on October 30th, 2024. Now, I will say, I think it's interesting they're filing this letter with the court, taking issue with what is said in the media. And I mentioned before how they already accused Homeland Security of leaking the Cassandra Ventura video. But remember in a hearing, what was it, 2 weeks ago, in front of Judge Subramanian, where the government fought back and they said, okay, you want us to stop talking about the case? You want there to be an order put in place about what is disclosed to the media? They said to attorney Mark Agnifilo, you're just as guilty. They said, well, if we're going to have a gag order here, the defense needs to agree to it too, because they say he's not innocent. The defense isn't innocent. They called out Mark Agnifilo for doing an interview with TMZ right after Sean Combs was arrested in September, where he called the criminal case, quote, the takedown of a successful black man. In fact, a prosecutor said that this sounded like he was accusing the feds of engaging in a racist prosecution. And this prosecutor told the court statements of this sort seriously risk a fair trial in this case. So, Judge.
And that's another thing, man. Trying to flip the narrative to racism is something that our people do all the time when we do something bad, bro. Bro, you are spitting in the face of the ancestors who actually had to go through things like that, racism and shit. Bruh, no one's racist because you steal booties. Like, what in your mind feels like people are racist because they're mad or want you to be punished for being a booty bandit? This is sad, bro. This is your fight. This is your defense. This is what you feel like you gonna win with. Nah, bro. Hold it L.
Judge Subramanian at the time instructed Combs' legal team to propose an order that would govern both public statements by both sides. And by the way, it seems that Mark Agnifilo is kind of taking that to heart, because when reporters ran around him after the hearing, he definitely wasn't as forthcoming and open with the press as he had been in the past. Take a look.
I'm not going to talk about anything that I haven't said in court or in the papers. These are all great questions, but I'm just not going to get into it. So
can you speak about your concerns about the leak and the video? You have spoken about that before.
I did it in the court papers, and I'm just going to stick to the court papers. As you guys all know, let me just finish. As you all know, I made a request today for what we were calling a gag order, and I'm I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other than live up to that.
Talk about his demeanor in jail and what it's been like.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to answer any more questions. I want to help you guys out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go back and speak to my colleagues, and then I'm going to be
just
done.
tell us about
But
the
thanks.
MDC and what it's
No,
like.
I'm good. Thanks, guys.
Can we see him being transferred anytime soon? Can we see him being moved anytime soon, or?
Sir, which way are you headed to go? Which way would you like to go? Okay, yeah, let's go this way.
All right, so we shall see what comments are being made outside of court with respect to this case and whether or not a gag order will be put in place. Very interesting development. Let's see how this shakes out. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, though, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. Speak to you next time.
Wow. Wow. So the diddler fights back. The diddler is now ready to fight back. No one will be able to take him with his money and how long it stretches. He paused. He will be able to fight this 150 plus women and men whose booties he stole, because he's a booty bandit. Anyway, let's see what else we have here from your boy. Your boy Young Diddy in the building. You heard? My boy Diddy is on a downward spiral, if you will. Like, the ship is sinking, and it's sinking like fast. Really too fast. Oh, helly. Let's see. This. Wow. Okay. Busta Rhymes. Okay. Busta Rhymes has something to say about his boy. He's going to speak up out his. Well, I wonder who he owes money to, because this is going to be so interesting to know what my man has to say. Like, I'm not lying to you.
I got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry and the headlines pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations, and the things that are coming forward with him?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I'll just
rewind it real quick. See what my boy Busta Rhymes has to say about the diddler.
I got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry and the headlines pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations, and the things that are coming forward with him?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth. When that time manifests, then, we'll speak about this hopefully when that time comes. As far as I'm
Okay, I'm sorry, bro. It's hard to take this man seriously. The way he responded was funny, right? My man just said, I ain't been thinking about nothing. You know, I have nothing to say about it. Oh, you got a lot to say about it, bro. Hold up, like
concerned.
What's my boy?
Into his case, the allegations, and the things that are coming forward with him.
I don't pay attention to none of it.
My man said, I don't pay attention to none of it. Nah, bro, you can't do nothing but pay attention. That's your man's, bro. That's your man's. You pay attention to it.
I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth. When that time manifests, then, you know, we'll speak about this, hopefully when that time comes. As far as I'm concerned, I don't really like to speak on situations that I'm not well versed in, and that's not really my situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wish the best for everyone involved. God bless her.
Yeah. Hey, my man said I don't want nothing to do with it. He plead the fifth, you heard? You just heard this man plead the fifth. Like, no cap, bro. He just plead the fifth, bro. Like, that's crazy, man. What do you say about that? If he guilty and you try to defend it, man, you just as guilty. It's like, you can't go right or left, dude. You just got to stay out of it. Shame on this reporter, man. How you gonna ask Busta Rhymes that, man? Like, come on, Busta. How you gonna ask my man something like that, man? Let my mans make it, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, for real.
Everyone involved. And, you know, I think that we should all kind of be a little more mindful of how much we speak on other things when it's as sensitive as this.
And it's incredibly sensitive.
It's extremely sensitive, and I think that people don't keep in mind the effect of what their opinion can have. And I think it's really, really important that we reserve our opinions until we understand what the undisputed truth is, because an opinion can detrimentally affect someone short-term and long-term. And I just, from my own learning experiences and being through, you know, none of us are exempt from going through challenges and obstacles and trials and tribulations, some are way more intense and extreme than others. But I think at the end of the day, as we go through these things, we learn from them, and we also got to learn how to help people get through them. And that's the angle in life that I like to approach things from, because I know if any one of us is going through challenges in general, we do want some sort of help and guidance and support to not make those mistakes again.
Have you had the chance to speak to Diddy?
I spoke to him a few times before, like, it got a little out of control. But a lot of the times when people are going through things, you gotta respect the space and the privacy that they need to process how they're gonna deal with the things that they're going through, you know, and.
Bruh, you are just incriminating yourself. Basically, you're saying that he already knew he was guilty and you knew he was guilty, or you knew that, and he knew that he was being investigated for being guilty of the crimes that he had committed, and he was having a hard time with it. And you being his boy, he came to confide in you and talk to you about it. And now you're on this interview pretending like you don't want to speak about it, yet you are speaking. You're saying a lot right now, my boy. You're excluding yourself from all of it, you know, vocally, live on air, on Entertainment Tonight, or whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? Look at the expression on my man's face. He looks like, damn, she got me. Damn. I let this motherfucker get me. Gotta be quicker than that.
I just want to see the right end result for everyone.
Busta, those rings are not big enough.
They're not bling.
Let me see. What? That ain't bling?
No.
What? Every time I see you, you are rocking some serious jewelry.
Bling is shiny stuff. This is not shiny stuff.
No. Who is this?
This is called the ancestors inspired us to invest in valuable stuff,
Well,
not just shiny stuff. Bling is for those guys that like to wear shiny stuff. I like to wear things that has significant value, Queen.
It's nice to see you again.
It's great to be seen, and you look amazing.
Well, thank you. Yes, do you, sir?
Thank you
like
so
a little
much.
pop of color going on here.
Thank you.
And the serious valuables you're rocking as well. I did not know you were a fan of Venom.
I'm not only a fan of Venom, but I'm a huge fan of Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
One of the most incredible actors in the world, to me. And obviously to a lot of others, which is the reason why he not only does such an amazing job in Venom, but I think it's an understatement to say how incredible he is in all of the other films that he does.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
But even beyond that, got me in the right way to finally be able to evolve in the film and television.
Seed, so whenever Venom and...
First,
I know what you're doing there. We're just putting it out there, y'all.
decides to just find a way to get that Dungeon Dragon character in the Marvel Universe.
That's what you got to do. You got to speak it into
That's
existence.
a fact.
Busta.
That's a fact.
Ain't that cute? Hey, Diddy. Man. Jeez. You losing people, Diddy. You lost Buster now. Like, Buster don't want have no, he said, I'm watching a movie, cuz. I don't know what you're talking about. It's crazy, yo. Like, that is crazy. Let's see what else. I mean, they on Diddy's ass, dude. Like, jeez. Hold on. I don't know what this dude talking about. Let's see. You never know what you run into on the internet. You feel me? You never know.
Yeah, you might be right about that, man. I mean, I believe you, man. But you heard about what Dunn put in this lawsuit about Diddy? She said that she saw Diddy and several men run a game bang on his assistant at a hotel pool in Scotland. You heard about this?
My man, if she witnessed, and she's saying that she witnessed a gangbang, which actually we know it as called a train, and she worked on the album, The Train to Paris. And like I heard one of the YouTube, it could be Tistel, say that we didn't know what the train to Paris meant. But now we know that the train to Paris was a train in Scotland, according to Dawn. It wasn't a train in Paris, it was a train in Scotland. Now, only time I ever witnessed Puff doing something is when two guys and two girls will go in the room. And that was just regular. And however they did it, whatever they did, that was their business. But he gotten bold enough, whereas that he would do that in front of Dawn and other people at a poolside in Scotland. You sure it was Scotland, man?
Yeah, that's what she said, man.
Scotland, Arizona, but not Scotland, the country.
Nah, she talking about the country, man.
Wow. I just think that, you know, man.
Man, that's crazy work. It's crazy work that you, like, my man is internationally known as a booty bandit. He not just taking booties in America. He's going abroad to be a booty bandit. My guy is whoa, okay. So oh, okay, so this is OG Bobby Johnson, Frank Lucas, and the Jonestown guy mixed into one. Whoa. My guy is capable of anything. If you like, why would you go overseas to take booties? That's sick. I've been missing all this stuff, man. FYI, this is all new to me. Appreciate y'all watching with me.
You got to go back to the drugs and the alcohol, man. The drugs and the alcohol, man. And those things that make you do strange things. And for somebody to somebody to just to gang banging an assistant, she might have a lawsuit now too. She might have a lawsuit too. Because you can't do that to people that work for you, bro. You can't.
Yeah, it's eye-opening, man, looking at this lawsuit that Dunn got against Diddy. She claiming that he'll remove her from songs and turn off her mic when she performing, when she'll turn down his advances.
Those are things that she's gonna have to bring up into the lawsuit, that Diddy stopped the.
I don't know if I believe the Don chick. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Cause she could be butthurt. You know what I'm saying? Cause he did them, like, making the band, all that shit. He fucking made clowns out of most of them. Well, all of them. You know, for his own enjoyment. Shit is sad.
The way that she was working and how she could work by the fact that he would change, like you just said, what she would do, bro. He would turn off her mic and don't let her sing songs or don't let her do certain things, a part of the band, when he ain't do her sexual advancements. Yo, I don't know what to say about that, brother. All I can say is that, you know, all of it sounds like using his power. He using his power to get at people that works for him. And when you do that, when they bring you to court, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna lose if they can prove it.
Wow, man. There's been some crazy stuff happening. It's been some crazy stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? This is some wild work going on right now. P. Diddy used to be a lot of people's hero. And we're not gonna even get started on a Big Mill. That's, man, it's not. Might go over this one tomorrow. Well, okay. Let's see. Let's see what this is. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's crazy, bro. I keep finding more and more stuff on my guy. It's unreal, bro.
To who? You have to have done it to someone, but there's no effort at all to uncover that.
Yeah, but I'm saying now this shit.
Rewind that for you out, man, because it started kind of late.
Done it to someone, but there's no who. To who? You have to have done it to someone, but there's no effort at all to uncover that.
Yeah, but I'm saying now this year, it's kind of crazy how this year started off with, what's his name, Cat Williams on Shannon Sharp. He starts talking, spilling the tea, sipping the cognac.
Yeah.
And then now this whole P. Diddy thing.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Sean Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplishments to be revealed soon. The names will shock you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's going to sing, I think
he has to sing or he
bro,
goes
also,
to jail
I'll tell you
for the
one
rest of
thing.
his life.
God protects me. I'm so glad God protects me because, look, if I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course, no one knew. No one
right.
knew.
If
And
you
then
don't know,
find
you're just
out,
a celebrity, and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is going to
saying.
be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And-
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Facts. And I just want to be there having fun partying, but then they start to, apparently, they said they were using, I'm going to guess it's like ketamine because they said horse tranquilizer and they were putting in people's drinks in the champagnes and then getting them all loose. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll tell you a secret. It's just us two, right?
Yeah.
After I knocked out Pereira in Miami, we went to Tootsie's the next night and they were like, yo, P. Diddy wasn't here watching your fight last night. I was like, wait, word? Crazy. Then I went and checked my DMs and I saw, oh shit, he hit me up. And he was talking about 2 months later, I want to do an interview or whatever. And I said, here's my manager's number. Bob, cool. Nothing ever came off it. But again, that's why
Like I said, man, this man is a bandit. DMing a famous boxer like to steal his booty is crazy work. It is wild, ridiculous work. You're out here. What is? How much power does someone think they have? Right? You thought you were so powerful that you can DM him and just finesse his booty, bro. He's a boxer, bro. He doesn't swing that way, bro. So for old people, kids, men, women, and little girls, that's what my man is on. How many people have you done this to, you sick fuck? Wow.
say God be protecting me.
Right.
Because who knows? Like you never know. Oh yeah, we're having this party later on. Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. And then they start to like, you know, you find some chick, you pull on you, and then boom. Oh, how was that 15-year-old? Wait, what?
Right. And
Yeah.
you're filmed. Yeah.
I
And
heard
then-
about that. Yeah.
He
But
had
again-
apparently allegedly
Yeah,
cameras all over
allegedly.
the house and 100
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yeah. What?
Nobody's that
1,000?
ashy, bro. 1,000. Also, by the way, that's shit lube. Coconut oil is better. Fucking water-based lubricant.
Yeah.
But baby oil is acidic as fuck. Johnson and Johnson's. Like, that's demonic, bro. Like, why would you use baby oil? Even
Old
if you're
school.
fucking dudes. Nah.
You probably started out with it. That's all the bottles.
Nah, that's AI. That's
that
gotta be
AI?
AI. That's gotta be AI.
I don't know if it's AI. I think that's real. I
Bro,
think it
I'm
was
telling-
lube and baby oil. I think you had a variety of different substances.
Who counted that? Was
Look at that.
1,000?
Look at that.
1, 2, 3
Bro,
bottles of baby
imagine
oil,
having
4, 5,
500
6 bottles of baby oil on the wall.
Imagine having 500 bottles and go, we need to go for a fucking Target run.
Nah, man. Oh, the fact that said it was fucking, what do you call it, Costco, and Costco goes, nah, we don't sell that shit.
What is this? Defaced AR-15s? Interesting. What does that mean? Does that mean
So they scratch the
serial
what do you
numbers
call it
off?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a serious crime.
Yeah.
That's a serious crime.
But again, see, he's in cahoots with Epstein. And then
was he in cahoots with Epstein,
Yeah.
or was it just a similar type of an operation?
No, they were friends.
Really?
Yeah, because Epstein had a fucking on Miami as well. That really private, rich estate in Miami. So they were all in cahoots as well. But again, I think he's gonna sing.
Isn't it crazy? Like, that was always the conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat thing. Oh, there's a place.
I kind of knew that. I figured that. Because every photo that like the leak photos of Epstein having his little, booty bandit parties. That's what I'm going to call booty bandit parties. Like, you saw P. Diddy at all of them. Leaning over, smiling like, listen, I'm having the best time of my life. Sick fuck. He has no choice but to talk. And every name's gonna get out there. And those individuals hiding in the shadows will be lit up like a Christmas tree. And I can't wait. Get your soul back, Diddy.
Where the elites go to fuck underage kids. You're like, what?
What's his name? Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. He was right.
He was right.
He was right about a lot of things.
Almost everything.
Yeah, most.
About almost everything. Fucked up that one. But almost everything else, he was right. But you got to realize that guy had been uncovering real conspiracies that the media had not covered for
years.
fucking decades. And he was literally having like a psychotic break because of it, because he's just drinking all the time and dealing with the stress.
How would you, even Kanye, imagine you trying to tell people something.
Right.
And then no one believes you and they call you crazy. I'd go crazy just trying to explain to people. Even, I can imagine the frustration of trying to explain to someone, and you're like, no, this is really happening. And they're like, yeah, whatever, you this and that. And I went down the rabbit hole in 2020. I'll tell you, I did. I had to. And for me, it was just like, I could see the fuckery.
Wow, man. I got to dig deep into this, right? So I'm going to come right back. Give me an hour. Give me an hour and we back. I got to dig into this. This is crazy. I didn't know all this stuff was happening. This is crazy stuff. But for now, I would like to say thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk on Spiderweb TV. If you have a chance or if you have time, you're watching this, look down there, hit the subscribe button and watch a couple of more of my videos, because I'm an artist myself. Not the kind of artist that P. Diddy is, though. I am a normal artist that respects art. And I don't care about being a booty bandit. Like, I don't have aspirations of being a booty bandit. And I don't know anybody who wants to be a booty bandit. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay? But you guys, this is Real Talk. And, hey, Real Talk. We out. Love you.